A message from the colonies, my lord.
Oh yes, delightful. I shall take it in my study.
My dude!
Well, hello there, Hodgie. How do you do, old bean?
I'm good. But we have a problem. Seems like we can't get shipping to Australia from the Airgun101 shop. Oh, yes. Yes, we have a trifled spot of bother with Australia Post. It would appear that it takes 6 to 9 years to send anything anywhere in your country. All of Australia knows exactly what you're talking about. But worry not, old Spice. I shall send you a care package. It will be wonderful. New favourite hat. So, the other day, I was on Airgun101 on the shop and I tried to buy this lovely hat. But, unfortunately, due to the way that the virus and just the general profound incompetence of Australia Post, they're having some difficulties shipping to Australia. So I got a hold of Big G and I asked him what the deal was. And yeah, he filled me in that unfortunately for now, it's a little bit tricky to get stuff in Australia. If you really want to, you still probably can. You just have to message him and see what he says. Yeah, it's not going to be the usual cheap channels. It'll be a little bit pricier than you want it to be, I would think. But being the generous, loving soul that he is, quite possibly might even be the patron saint of airguns, thinking about making that a sticker, he decided that he would send me some stuff anyway. So, to clarify, I did try and pay for this, but he wouldn't have a bar of it. So, I have a package of wonderful things to play with now. And yeah, let's dive in and see what we got. The generosity of folks within the airgun world never ceases to amaze me. I haven't come across a friendlier or more generous bunch. So, this is my box of joy. Australia Post did handle it, apparently, right towards the end, because they gave it a little bit of a how you going, but everything is in there and it is not damaged, which is a miracle. Very good, very good. So, we have a wireless Crony, the old FX Doppler radar. Pretty excited about this. I do already have a chronograph, but it's one of the older style ones with the lights and the sticks and the tripods and all the annoying stuff that you don't really want to take it with you anytime you go anywhere. So this being super convenient, super small and super accurate, I can just whack that on inside my shooting box and bring it with me whenever I go shooting. So it'll be interesting to see how it stacks up against the old school Caldwell ballistic precision. But it's just so small. Look at that. Isn't that just wonderful? Fits in the palm of your hand. I have a fairly big hand, but yeah, pretty excited about that. That's definitely going to be a bit of a game changer for when I'm down on the range and things start getting weird. Get it away for now. We also have, we're tipping over there, some speed loaders from Field Pro. Very nice. So for a 22 caliber, sounds like a good excuse to buy a new 22 caliber barrel. One for 25. Very nice. Very nice. What's this one? 30 cal. Outstanding. The full gamut. I like the way these that little cam fitting or whatever it is, the way that it shuts is very nice. Simple and beefy. Very beefy. Make loading the FX magazines a breeze. Batteries for the Crony. Pop them aside. Cleaning pellets. Very good. I've never used cleaning pellets before. I might have to read the instructions on these ones, but I guess you just load up a magazine with them and shoot them down the barrel to clean the barrel. Something new. Something new for me. Sabre Tactical Cheek Riser. Have us a lookie. Nicely packaged. Ooh, that is a impressive little piece. Have a look at that. Beautifully well machined. Everything is finished very nicely. There's no sort of machine marks on it. There's no seams or anything. It's all just wonderfully well made. I like that. That's very nice. The scope that I've got on my Impact at the moment is this ATN night vision scope, and it sort of sits pretty high, so this is going to be very handy to bring my cheek up to where it should be. Very nice. Nicely packaged, nicely executed. First impressions, 10 out of 10 for Sabre Tactical. Outstanding. And this was part of my original order as well. We've got some little spinning targets. These ones, you just screw them into a piece of wood, a fence post or a tree or whatever it is that you've got down at the end of your range. So I'm going to set up a little vertical know your limits target on a piece of wood. So obviously they'll be hanging so that they can spin. So that'll be fun. That'll be very good. And obviously, I forgot to mention the hat. So I'm a truck driver by trade, and I'm a connoisseur of fine mesh back truckers caps. And this is very comfortable. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it when the front of the cap too has that sort of foaminess to it, and it sort of holds itself up. I think it's good. And you have to leave the sticker on, because that's what all the cool kids do. So, I think what we'll do is pop this cheek riser on. Seems like a fairly simple install. Just pop the big plastic thing off the top, take the buttstock off the back, and then bolt it all together. And we'll go down and have us a bit of a shoot. Have a look at that. Isn't that just a picture of simplicity? So I put no effort into this target at all. I just did the old 2 different points of contact with the bolts, and did the old roofing screws. No need to pre-drill anything. Nice soft wood. So these are all just offcuts and a piece of an old treated pine sleeper that I had lying around in the shed. And I used another one of those little self-tapping roofing bolts to pre-drill the holes for these bad boys. And I've set them up so that they spin independently of one another. They don't touch, so it's close to try and keep the maximum height so that I don't have to worry about shooting through grass or anything. Higher the better, but I wanted it to be nice and light and easy to move around because my car's in the shop, so I have to carry it all the way down to the range. And we are enduring some profoundly British weather today. Seems fitting. It's raining at the moment. It's nasty. Very nasty. Right, it's the next day now, and we have a break in the weather. Forecast for more rain, but I figured we will make hay while the sun is shining. So I've got my little target with the 4 little spinners set up on it. Looks like it's reflecting the light very well. The orange is a great colour. It's very easy to see. And I've got another steel target set up at 50, and we're going to have a bit of fun. So let's test out the slow motion during daylight hours on this ATN night vision scope. It's still very wet on the ground, so I didn't bother bringing my my lie down shooting setup kind of thing. So I'm going to use this opportunity to get some practice shooting off my little leaning barricade, and hopefully it doesn't fall over because it's looking pretty rotten. So 25 meters, probably should be aiming a bit low. Ooh, slapped it. I have to say, they make a wonderful noise when you shoot them. It's like a real hard, slappy sound. I like it a lot. So I'm shooting on low power, obviously. Obviously I don't want to annoy my neighbours, but yeah, great. Still hits like a truck. Alright, here we are. So as you can see, taking the punishment of the pellets rather nicely. Happy with that. Already blown the paint off the top one. There's not a whole lot of spare room there. So that one's a 20mm, that's a 25, that's a 30, and that's a 40. So my rifle seems to be landing a little bit to the right. So it is possible that there was a little bit of wind when I zeroed it. But yeah, I think if I wanted to be this precise right here, right now, I would have to change my 0 point a smidgy off to the right. So I was basically using that mil dot, the first mil hash line, so 1 mrad low and about half an mrad to the left. So yeah, something's probably got to be changed. So I did try the night vision scope slow motion, the 5x slow motion at night, but I think what it does is really bump down the shutter speed when it's taking videos at night, so that it can pick up a lot more light. So I kind of want to see how it goes during the day, because it wasn't exactly spectacular at night. Might be asking a bit much of the technology at the moment. Here we go again. You can already see there's a fair step down in the quality of the picture that's presented inside the scope. So let's see how we go. You can see why it did what it did at night with so little light. I don't even know if it's possible to test a slow motion camera without shooting shaving cream. So the quality's not the best on that 5x slow motion, but still kind of a good thing to have. I don't think I'll use it very often, but I'll throw another one in here with the RX100 Mark V doing its 5 times slow motion, and throw them side by side. Definitely RX5 is the winner, but yeah, I think it's admirable for a scope that can do so many things, but definitely not its strong point. Brilliant, brilliant. A white Christmas for everybody. So I think now, probably have a crack with this FX Crony and see what it says down here. See if my tune has actually remained the same or not. I suspect, judging by what Strelok tells me, my Caldwell Crony might be a bit slow, might read a bit slow. We shall see. Alright, we're all connected up, so let's give this a shot and see how it goes. I've got the audio turned on. 726.
719.
Cool.
714.
Fascinating stuff. So this little Crony I think is going to be very handy for myself in the long run. I think I'm going to make a habit of bringing it and mounting it on a little tripod so that I can shoot the groups without having it affect my barrel harmonics. But even just looking at the numbers that it's given me now, it seems like my tune is a little bit, leaves something to be desired. The spread when I tuned it last time was about 12 feet per second, which is pretty good, down around that 700 feet per second mark. And then I've shot it a fair bit since then, but I'm thinking because the reg pressure is so low and I've got the hammer spring sort of minimum'd out, I think it's still giving it too much hammer spring. So I can't take the hammer spring down anymore, so I'll probably end up lifting that reg pressure up and seeing where that gets me, to see if it's a bit more consistent with a bit more pressure pushing that valve shut, because I am bouncing off the valve adjuster at the moment, even with minimum hammer spring. So yes, might take a bit of tweaking, but very good. Good to know that that is actually happening and that I can figure out what to do with it now. So very handy information. Highly recommended. Anywho, if you enjoyed that, consider supporting the people who support the show. Airgun101's got their shop up and running, so they've got moderators, ammo, chronographs, optics, all sorts of fun stuff, and cheaper stuff like hats, those little spinning targets, which are rad. Very happy with them. They're hosting loads of videos, loads of great creators, so go and check them out. Jump on the forum, ask your questions, get involved in the community. It's a great place to be. Thank you, Big G. Very much appreciated. You definitely are the patron saint of air guns. We'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.